so it saves because if I don't do that, it typically deletes itself because it's not long enough. So, okay. Alright, this seems good enough. Okay. So, this is my model of Earth and its orbit. Now, orbit is, the kind of imaginary direction of what things go to in space. Um, Especially big bodies like planets and stars. For example, as you can see, my I have the Earth here, and it's in its orbit is the moon and a satellite. As you can see, if I could, I'd start moving them around this glass line, because this glass line here is simulating, or glass circle is simulating how, it's kind of simulating what an orbit will look like if it was visualized. Um, and typically, things with orbits tend to be very large bodies of um, matter, like typically planets and stars tend to have orbits. Our sun has an orbit that reaches all the way out to Pluto, which is, I'd say, a really far distance away. And because of that, it has an orbit. But Pluto's orbit really isn't that good of an orbit because it's an oval. But nonetheless, it is an orbit. What orbit is not is a straight line. Because typically an orbit is when it tends to revolve around something. Or rotate around something. Yeah, rotate. And typically an orbit is something in a orbit would typically rotate around the thing that has said orbit. And to back my point up of why it's kind of circular is people up in the International Space Station, they did an experiment. They got water, put it in the just space, not really, just like in their satellite, and then as you can see, it formed into a circle. And had there been little other droplets, most likely those little droplets would have probably started orbiting around the little water. So yep, that's my project. I'm going to submit it probably today or at a very recent date. Thank you. Signing off.